Shalom Yesharallah. First and foremost, I want to give all praises and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Ruach Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and blessing to those Akim that's preached the word in all truth and sincerity, along to Israelite foreigner brothers that like the heathens. But the line and fell side goes back to nation of Israel, which nation of Israel are you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans through the prophecies and curses of Deuteronomy 28 chapter and throughout the Bible. So this is Brother Yakar Ahmad from the branch of Great Millstone LA Camp back another video. And today's video will be entitled, For Horrible is the End of the Unrighteous Generation. I was going to go on some precepts and Lord willing, you brothers and your sisters out there be edified through the spirit and power of Yahweh by Shimon Shai. I'm going to start off the Book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 3 and verse 19 in the Apocrypha. And it reads, For horrible is the end of the unrighteous generation. That's right, man. Because in the society is filled with a unrighteous generation, which consists of the 2/3 of Israel, the wicked Israelites, and the heathen nations. And in this generation, they're going to have a horrible end, which is destruction, ultimately. And when you define our word horrible, it means causing or likely to cause horror, shocking, dreadful, horrifying, horrific, horrendous, frightful, fearful, awful. So these people, this unrighteous generation is going to have a horrific end, and when you go to Zechariah 14:12, because this is a wicked ladder. This is their this will be their this will be their destruction ultimately. When you go to Zechariah chapter 14 and verse 12, and it reads, And this shall be the plague wherewith the Lord Yahweh will smite all the people that have fought against Jerusalem. It says, Their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet, and their holes shall consume away in their holes, and their tongue shall consume away in their mouth. Right. And the only way that can happen is by way of nuclear fire. The way the scripture is going to be played out, it's going to be made manifest is through that nuclear fire that's going to come from the ICBM missiles. It's going to melt people away, while they stand upon their feet, man. Just like you seen on a movie Terminator 2, where Sarah Connor, she was she had her hands on the gate, and when that nuclear bomb went off, her flesh had consumed away from off of her, and it was nothing but a skeleton. So that's how that's the latter end of the wicked, man. And that's the icing on the cake, man, because these people is going to be fuel for the fire. And these people is going to be the Lord's sacrifice, man. Because it speaks about that, and how these people are going to be, the Lord has likened these people unto, a great sacrifice in Edom. Idumea. Yep, this is Isaiah chapter 34 and verse 6, and it reads, The sword of the Lord Yahweh is filled with blood, which the sword of the Lord, Well, I start at verse 5. It says, For my sword shall be bathed in heaven, which the Lord's sword are the ICBM missiles. It says, Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea. And we know Idumea is a Greek word for Edom, which represents America, So them ICBM missiles is going to come here and destroy America. It says, And upon the people of my curse the judgment, because the Edomites are the cursed nation. They're the cursed seed line, man. You see, it says, verse 6, The sword of the Lord Yahweh is filled with blood. It is made fat with fatness, and with the blood of lambs and goats, with the fat of the kidneys of rams. For the Lord Yahweh have a great sacrifice in Basra. As Basra also represents America in the context of the scripture, because Basra was a chief place a chief city in Edom. And we know America is the chief place of Esau's rule. His rule is this because America is Esau's kingdom. It says, "For the Lord have a sacrifice in Basra, and a great slaughter in the land of Idumea." Right. So all these people are gonna be the Lord's sacrifice, because that's what you do with the kid when you go into the biblical law. You will often when you sacrifice a clean animal, you will take the inwards out and you will burn them. You will take out their kidneys and stuff and their stomach and stuff like that, and you will burn it. So that's how these people are going to be. You know, the unrighteous generation, the 2/3 of Israel, they're going to, in these heathen nations, they're going to be burned with fire, man. The Lord's going to sacrifice them here, going to destroy them here. And because there's more wicked individuals on the earth than it is righteous. You know, because the Lord is only delivering His elect out of America. Babylon the Great, which is 144,000, man. You see, holy apostles and prophets, which are all Israelite men. Of course, women and children going to be saved too. Through the elect men of Israel. You see, because the Lord has various ways on how He's going to judge individuals. Because when you go to Jeremiah 15 and verse 2, it says, "And it shall come to pass, if they say unto thee, whither shall we go forth? Then thou shalt tell them, Thus saith Yahweh, such as for death to death, and such as for the sword to the sword, and such as for the famine to the famine, and such as are for the captivity to the captivity. And I will appoint over them 4 kinds." So 4 kinds of judgments, saith the Lord: "The sword to slay, and the dogs to tear, and the fowls of the heaven, and the beasts of the earth to devour and to destroy." So that's what the Lord's going to be doing. So the Lord has different judgments for different types of people. It's going to be some people their death is going to be by the sword. We know the sword is Esau, Edom, but the ultimate sword is the ICBM missiles when they get destroyed by them. It's going to be some people on the earth, they're going to be getting mauled to death by dogs, or wolves and bears and lions and tigers, because these animals are starting to leave their natural habitat and start to, slowly but surely, gradualism, they're starting to come in America, because especially in Jacob's trouble, it's not going to be a lot of food for these people. It's not going to be a lot of food for these animals to eat. So they're going to venture off into the inner cities, and the Lord going to put the spirit on these animals to devour people, man. Which is part of His judgments. It says, "In the fowls of the heaven, and the beasts of the earth to devour and to destroy it," man. So it's going to be some people that died by the sword, Esau, Edom, or ultimately the ICBM missiles, or by, grievous beasts of the earth, or have people die of famine, which is, starvation, or having people die in captivity in them FEMA camps, man. Getting their heads beheaded and getting tortured. So the Lord is to be feared, man. And this is going to be once again, this is going to be the horrible end for the unrighteous generation. This is going to be their latter end. If the Lord doesn't get them, like I said, the ultimate icing on the cake is going to be people the wicked of the earth being destroyed by the ICBM missiles. But if the Lord doesn't have them die like that, then He can get them like this. Have these type of judgments upon them. And the judgments are going to begin with us. Us in the faith, as it says in 1 Peter 4 and verse 17. It says, "For the time is coming that judgment must begin at the house of the Most High." Right. So judgment is going to begin with us. Because now that we know this truth, the Lord hold us more accountable than any individual on the earth that doesn't know this truth. It says, and if it first began at us, what shall be the end? What shall the end be of them that obey not the gospel of the Most High? Right. So if judgment first began at us, then what's going to be the latter end of those that don't obey the gospel of the Most High? They're going to be destroyed. You know. It says, verse 18, and if the righteous scarcely be saved, see the elect, so the righteous, they're going to be scarcely be saved, man. Barely making out of there. You know. Where shall the ungodly and the sinner appear? You know, they're going to appear in the lake of fire. You know. It says, wherefore let them, that was it on that. So, this is a scripture in Isaiah. It says, all they that forsake the Lord shall be consumed. You know. Isaiah 1 and verse, and 28. It says, and the destruction of the transgressors and of the sinners shall be together, and they that forsake Yahweh shall be consumed. Right. So all the individuals that forsook the Lord, first and foremost, beginning in this truth, all the individuals that left this truth and fell out, became a castaway, they're going to be consumed by that fire, first and foremost. And then it's going to apply to the regular 2/3, the wicked Israelites in the world and these heathen nations, And that's the thing, man. We can't wait till judgment come, man, because these people is proud, man. Just can't wait. I'm at work right now. I'm be vexed all the time I work, man, dealing with these heathens, Moab and Ammon. They just proud, man. Elam, Ishmael, Esau, they all proud, man. And when that judgment come, man, I ain't feeling sorry for them. Fuck them, man. But yeah, that was pretty much it, Akim. I didn't intend this lesson to be too long. I just want to go into, for horrible is the end of the unrighteous generation, man. I just thought one more precept, ain't off on this, Second Esdras 5:1. It says, nevertheless has come in the tokens, which is, signs. It says, behold, the days shall come that they which dwell upon the earth shall be taken in the great number. So the ones that dwell on earth is going to be taken in a great number, represents, the 2/3 of Israel and these heathen nations being destroyed, It says, and the way of truth shall be hidden, and the land shall be barren of faith, right? So the way of truth shall be hidden because it's going to be the famine of the word, It's going to be a famine of the word very soon. And, the Lord's going to withdraw his prophets from off the street corners preaching and from off the internet. And everybody, the truth going to be hidden, It's not going to be no more us prophesying the truth no more. It says, and the land shall be barren of faith. So it's going to be barren of faith. It's going to, people of the world is not going to have faith at all, man. People going to be crazy out here, man. They are already crazy, but how much more when it's a famine and this economy collapsing, suddenly people going to lose their minds, man. And people going to be doing a lot of bugged out things that you would never think they would do. But that's going to be the terror of the Lord upon them, man, to have them bug out like that. And we want that to happen, man. Forget about these people, man. We don't care about these people. Our only concern is the elect of Israel that's in the faith. So yeah, I just wanted to make a, lesson on that. Lord willing, I was edified. And until next time, Shalom.